Hi, welcome to the Dreams Lost Sessions. I'm Pete Duffy and this is Ross Green. I met Ross in the Roisin Dove. Those of you native to Galway will recognise Ross from the Roisin Dove as well. I saw him at the open mic a few weeks ago there and he delivered the most amazing poetry. So we're recording some poetry together and this is a piece from his forthcoming album of poetry. We have no name for this one as of yet. So if you want to suggest a name for it, then please comment below the post and we'll consider it. Anyway, take it away, Ross.
It was the darkest of nights that I have ever known. I found myself in an endless forest, lost and alone. Long I would wait for a never dawn, but without fear, my friend, as my fire burns strong. I told you I was alone. I was wrong. Not a whisper, not a shout, words on the wind that put fire's fire out, and then a young woman standing there. I had never seen a woman as fair, her skin pale and her dress white. She beckoned me closer, a ghost in grey twilight, but as I drew within the distance a touch, a change fell upon her as such. More than a lifetime of years, worry and fears drew upon her face. Of youth's secret, the woman I had seen, there was now no trace. That dress no more than an old cloth sack, draped over a bridge of bones that made an old woman's back, with these threads of hair that were thinner than silk, and the unblinking eyes of a spider filled with milk. Lips slightly parted, obsidian teeth, translucent skin shows a black heart beneath, and she points to the sky. I see the morning star. She says, "Come closer, little lamb, you've forgotten all that you are." And with this impossible sound with which I was bound without choice, I was completely suspended by the rope in her voice. She said, "For days 13, nights 10 and 3, you will hang upside down from the hangman's tree, and you will know hunger first. But such will become your thirst, you will trade an eye to drink from black water below, and the truth of your nature, little lamb, you will know. And a plague of starving eyes gather as the first sun went black. See, daylight gives hope, and they've come to take it back. And the trees will sway, groan and creak. In a forgotten tongue an invocation they speak, for the ash falls like snow. Sulphur dominates the air. I confess, fair friend, on that first night I almost wed despair, for I hung for days without end. Eventually it was death that I begged to send me a friend, and that morning the raven came. I beseeched her, end my pain, and there a simple trade was made. She took my left eye upon her beak. I said, "Give me the water of which you speak," and I drank. I drank till I drowned. I awoke to an impossible sound, like earth's disease moving through the falling leaves of dying trees. This thing's not like the others. This one comes alone. Somewhere the lord of ruin, a locust has left its throne, and a voice like a lover's promise, like betrayed hope, cuts through the hangman tree's frayed rope, and I'm brought to my knees in a riot of tears. I feel a forked tongue whisper sorrow like honey into my ears. The first men called me Little Horn. Let me tell you of the day that you were born. And I knew then I had failed. It wrapped itself around me, this terrible tale. After the flood, before the great fire, I made you in clay and mud, and gave you to the thieves and liars. They pushed gold into your blood-soaked hands. It was me that sent your black wings beating upwards in a spiral to the world of man, into the carnival of souls, the great masquerade. Not a leopard, not a lion, but a lamb's mask you made. I can help you shed that lambskin. All you have to do is let me in. There's no one else you can trust. You're a monster that I made of violence, anger and lust. You were fed on disgust and bathed in greed. There is nothing you won't betray to fulfill that abyss you call need. And so it was. He tried to draw a path to my purpose, and with a ripple of scales dragged broken nails across its surface. He said, "Rest now, you have been here a while." And I was so exhausted, such was his guile. And as that black sun did rise, the raven pulled the veil that covered my eyes, and a voice said, "Go now, lamb no more, forget not what you saw, for thine will be done is the whole of the law."